I go. I not see plenty thing with my eyeball. I swear I feeling passing more pressure. If you let cause me for not to judgment day, can't put so on my skin. I know when you in no fool is a big disgrace. My king just a heavy for my won't let him throw you when I hate too. So to my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Sitting there, they just want me to do it and worry. But my blessing bring un se capeo. I say my blessing para sole, 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 sole. I don't go, I don't come, I don't go, I don't come with morale. Blessing rising, let us say I go out. Children running to jealous, say I know how. Let us say I know how. You tell my Lord, you told my Lord that you will get open more. You tell my Lord, you told my Lord that you will get open. I say you tell my Lord, you told my Lord that you will get open more. You tell my Lord, you told my Lord that you will get open. If you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my Lord, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my Lord, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my Lord, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my Lord, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my Lord, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. To my low, if you tired, put it down. Down what us up. Down what us up. Down what us up. What is up?
Welcome to the audience with the Lord Choloply. Tonight with me is my co-host Siliki Kumar from Rwanda. Siliki, welcome to the audience with the Lord Choloply.
Thank you, Brother Cholope, and good to be here. Welcome to all of our listening audience. This is Saliki Kuma. Just as Brother Cholope stated, I'm joining you from Rwanda, Kigali specifically. So we're here today to talk about Liberia, things that are happening in the country, to get you informed so that you too can be able to share your feedback with us in the comment section so you can kindly share the live with your friends, the different chat rooms that you're part of. Looking forward to a great conversation this evening from my end. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Siliki. Before we start, how is Rwanda and how's your studies going over there? I know you
Yeah,
far from home in a different land. How
yeah.
does it feel like? Are they friendly people? So talk to a little bit before we get into the topic.
Yeah, Rwanda is a great country. And by the way, thanks for asking. My study is going well. In few months to come, I should be defending my research by June or July of this year, and we'll be waiting for graduation in December. So it's been a wonderful and eyes-opening journey for me, which all of you contributed to. That's something that I'm really, really grateful to. To come here and seeing life differently. Where when you wake up, if you're a student, you only go to school. If you're a business person, you go to do your business. All is not well. It's not like heaven here. But what I can say is that the people of Rwanda, they have a hope that in few years to come, their life will change. And it's not just a hope, but it is something that is practical. They see that. and they are working towards it. Uh, Services like basic things that every human needs, they have all those things like electricity, water. The least man in this country that you will say the man is poor. You know, the man don't have anything. The man get electricity and water, running water to his house.
Wow.
So you don't need to go to the hand pump or where you don't see people constructing hand pump here to kind of make the population feel that they are giving them humanitarian assistance and all of that. And about the people behavior, they are great people. They respect foreigners, but one of the issues that is here, and I'm not sure it's only restricted to Rwanda, is the fact of the increment in commodities when they notice that you're foreigner. You go to the market. Once you can speak the Kinyarwanda because that's a local language here.
Mhm.
You can increase the price because they know you're not from here. I'm not sure that it's only limited to here. A lot of people do that. For example, you using transportation. Once they know you're a foreigner, they increase the price. So, but other than that, once you get a loan, you get used to this. Like for me, this year, once I complete this, I'll be making it 3 years. So we've been in it, so it's not new. So that's something that is part of us. But it's a
Right.
wonderful country, wonderful country. They are progressing, especially with the same history they share as ours,
Mm.
and seeing them to where they are today. If you walk in the street here, the system, how the place is clean, you think that you're in a European country. They have a good system. You driving, you violate, you get camera capturing you. No policeman will tell you stop your car and pay ticket. No, once the camera capture you, they have your plate number. They send you a message right away to pay your fine. If you don't pay it, that's where the trouble will come from. Just like that.
Right, right, right. It sounds good that one would need to visit, but tonight, to our audience that joining us tonight, this is the topic that we're going to have today. The question here is, I mean, who leaked this woman naked photograph on the internet? Is it the police or the nurses? What are the professional ethics that these people use? We know the police in Liberia, they are not trustworthy, so people don't believe in them. Is it because people don't believe in them, they release photograph of this woman? Or is it the nurses that did this? They're going beyond their ethics. What is the dignity in doing this? We want to establish the fact tonight. Who leaked this woman photograph to the public? This is quite concerning. Is is that because of the police behavior? We want to know. So that will be the discussion. We're asking our audience to kind of join us. What led to this? Samuel Jackson is not guilty yet, but why should this woman picture be all over the internet? I mean, where is the human dignity? She has family. No respect for her family. What's going wrong with our people? Let's have a conversation. Who leaked the woman naked body in the public? Is it the police or the nurses? We just want to know. We are curious to know. So, audience with the Lord Choloply, this is where we ask the hard question. So, before we get into our discussion, I want to ask you to kindly share the show and we also need your input. So, my co-host was just talking about Rwanda, but he reminded me of when I was a little boy, a baby growing up in Liberia, and we saw something good about Liberia that many people have not seen. So I want to take this time while we share the show that we can have people while sharing the show. We want to play something on Liberia back in the 70s. Can they share the show? Let's roll this thing and see. This is Liberia.
Capital city of Liberia, reflected in a graceful cultural heritage, but a city as modern as today. The country having developed a fine balance between traditional African values and the modern way of life. Buildings steeped in the tradition of Liberia's rich history. Buildings reflecting the country's promise of a rich future. buildings that reflect the civic dignity of the city, its commerce and industry. For the well-being of its people, the J.F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital, one of the finest in West Africa. Overlooking the city is the renowned Ducor Intercontinental Hotel, with a welcome for the visitor, one of the many fine hotels in Monrovia. Looking out across the Atlantic Ocean, the Ducor Intercontinental also looks out to one of the islands first sighted by those early settlers 150 years ago, Bushrod Island. Today, Bushrod Island contains one of Liberia's many industrial estates with a diversity of industry catering for much of the country's needs and providing exports, adding to Liberia's healthy balance. The Liberian Development Corporation stimulates industrial investment and the development of existing enterprises, assisting investors to identify investment opportunities, taking advantage of the country's resources and market requirements. Liberia offers the investor security, a low level of private and corporate taxation, and a balance of trade that has been favorable for 20 years. To encourage young farmers in this fast-developing industry, a tobacco experimental farm has been set up, looking into the most suitable types of tobacco for Liberia's ideal soil and climatic conditions, and teaching farmers to take every advantage of this valuable addition to the country's industries. Young and old alike are completely involved in the future of their country.
Right. Welcome to this audience with the Lord Choloply. My co-host with me is Siliki. Siliki, before we start, today is Mother's Day in the United Kingdom. I want to take this time to say Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers in the UK and around the world. Today is Mother's Day in the UK. So I want to say Happy Mother's Day to our mothers, our sisters, because I know that you guys, with all you people, we wouldn't have been alive. So I want to say Happy Mother's Day. Sidiki, this is,
Yeah,
you see, we just show Liberia. Talk to me. Wish our
yeah, sure.
lady Happy Mother's Day in the UK. Today is a day for them.
Yeah, I want to add my voice to your own voice to say Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers in the UK and in extension all around the world. Our mothers, they bear a lot, in serving that role. So we can even pay them. So basically, Happy Mother's Day and wishing all of you many, many more years to come. But look, Brother Cholope, I just watched that video, and to be honest with you, this is my first time seeing this video. Such a great, I don't even know. I'm there sitting thinking, how did we get to where we are? Because the commentator who was speaking at the back of that video, you know, uh, he spoke about one of the best hospital, JFK, right, in
Yep,
West Africa, and then he showed Tuko Hotel, where
yep.
people stay in a pool. Very beautiful. I didn't even know that. Some of us, our eyes open, all this infrastructure already being destroyed. Due to the civil war, which is quite unfortunate. And the fact that we are about 19, almost 20 years since the civil war, we can, have the courage as a people and as a country, to reconstruct some of these infrastructure that we destroy and position our country in a way that people can start to picture us in the same way that this video talks about a piece of land, even though we've received billions of dollars since
Hmm.
post-war, billions of dollars. Just the capital. Let's forget about the rest of the other countries. The capital alone, people who are living there live in Zing round, Zing round. When will you take a picture of this, of some of the houses, you show it to other other nationality, other countries say this is a home of people, of family members. If they say no, the human being can't live in that kind of place, and so it just speaks a lot that we've come a long way. We have a unique history, but unfortunately, no Liberian who who is passionate and really care about that country can say they are proud of where we are today as a country, especially with the state, current state. Look at the University of Liberia. I didn't even know that place used to be clean. You have carpet all in front campus. But now the place is so deplorable. See the buildings. The students had to wake up, say they're going to paint their own building. When every budgetary year, I don't know, thousands of dollars or millions of dollars, you know, allocated for the university, but we can't even see the impact. But in this video, you're seeing a real decent university, but same university, different era. We have to
Yeah.
do more. We have to, and glad that you were able to play that video so that people reflect to know that we once upon a time had a beautiful country. I'm not sure the guy who were speaking in our video is a Liberian, right?
No,
It-
he's
It's,
not a Liberian. Yeah.
it's not. It's not. Yeah. But thanks for playing that video, brother Chopin.
Let's just recognize few persons here tonight. I want to say welcome to Johnson Wolo, nice favor, oh Faith, and then Harris Brown. We also want to say welcome to Prisha Nelson. I would say Oliver Chia is with us. Shadida Brown is also watching. Please uh, give a thumbs up so we can recognize you from wherever you view. We see people on YouTube as well. So you are on those that are on YouTube, just give thumbs up so we can recognize you. Sidiki, today is something that concerning in Liberia. This beautiful Zulu queen that passed away. The police still investigating the death of this Zulu queen. But we have a very bad habit with Liberians, and this is what concerning. So the question here is, how does it feel that somebody child or mother of somebody mother passed, their naked body has just been put all on the internet? The question is, who leaked this photograph? This is something that we're going to discuss tonight. Who leaked this woman's body? What are the professionalism in the workforce? Is it the nurses or the police? This is the question everyone is asking. I mean, we all know what has happened. This woman passed, but where is that dignity? Where's the professionalism in this that you have to release or make a photo all on the internet? She have family. Above all, she's from another country. She's not a Liberian. What respect do you give to people of South Africa? This is concerning. Sidiki, what say you?
No, again, I will go back to that video you just played. I think in the introductory part, the guy tried introducing Liberia as a country of rich cultural value, right? In that particular video. So again, I want to ask if we still keeping that same culture up to today. Where at some point we will say we want to respect women, you know, the dead, leaders, elderly people, etc. Nowadays, you see people go on the internet just abusing people. It seems that we are completely lost as a country, as a people. And when you want to talk at some point in time, people want to attach it to the you know 21st century development, the new advancement of social media, technology and all of that. But other countries, they are still keeping their values. Who does that? You go in, and this woman was alive. People who couldn't see her nakedness, these are the people now having access to these pictures. You go to the hospital, and the doctors there too. It speaks a lot about who they are. There's no reasons for you to allow anybody. to take a picture of a dead woman in such a manner, you know, and circulating it on Facebook for whatever reason, whatever investigation, if it is investigation, why are you posting it on Facebook? Facebook is the one who's going to do your investigation, but again, want to extend our condolences to the family, to Uncle Sam Jackson, even though the police, they are currently investigating him. He's going to be there up to Tuesday. We are not here backing and saying that he's innocent or not, but we have to respect people's dignity. Yeah, especially women. Women who a woman who rather. You see, somebody die. They go to your hospital and one or two, maybe they have some concerns. They want to investigate. You go and allow them to take naked photo of this person, and they not only stop there, but it's circulating that. At least if you take it, you keep it, you do your investigation, whatever. After investigation, you delete those photos. It's not a bad thing. That is normal, right? But you can't take it. You share, bloggers, your partisans, and other officials, and then posting it because they want to get at an individual who is critical. And everything now, Brother in Liberia terms, so political. I don't know what is political about this. Somebody lost their wife. There are cases and testimonial coming out that he used to beat on her. That's something the police can investigate, right? And Sam Jackson, at this point when they were interviewing, he mentioned something which is fair, that don't couples fight. And people now want to think that he's admitting to beating his wife. Couples fight. There are a lot of people who, again, that is not an admittance of him beating on his wife. Fight could be verbal. You and your couple can fight verbally and go for many days without talking to each other. And even if he was beating on her, how sure are you? And a lot of the people who are passing on judgment on the social media, specifically on the Facebook, that he was the one who killed her. How sure are you that it's because of the domestic violence that lead to her death? You don't know that. You don't have the facts. So what we can do, and the development of this case, Brother Cholopi, do you know that the forensic team from the Liberia National Police, they've gone, and this is the incompetence that we continue to talk. And that's why a lot of people don't trust the Liberia system, right? They've done forensic, I don't know, assessment at the home of Sam Jackson since today about 2 different times. They started, total now is 3 different times. They went there yesterday, they did the first one, they said they have to re-examine the place. They were not sure. They came early this morning. They went back to the police headquarters. Later this evening, they went back to his house again. So this is why people don't trust the system.
So, Siddiqui, because
Yeah,
as we keep explaining about what is happening here, the police on the first day deploy a lot of armaments
yeah,
because they don't have good rapport with the public. Is that why the police decided to release this photo? Because the police got tipped off. Is that why they decided to release this photo for public sentiment? Because this is quite annoying. She
yeah,
is a human being. It's somebody, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's mother.
exactly.
Why will you do this? Is
Yeah,
that to bar the public sentiment? That's why they release the pictures, or are the nurses that release the picture? It kind of if apart some of the pictures that were released is she was not in a hospital. So those are information that was sent to the police that look something not right here. But why will you release it to the public?
yeah. I agree. I agree with you, Brother Cholope. When they went to the house and Sam Jackson resisted that they were not going to enter his house because they didn't have court warrant, right? They didn't have warrant to a search warrant to go and search his house. So he went on live, and then a lot of people were in the comment section saying that this man just lost his wife. Why are you guys bothering him? And this is where professionalism comes in. You know what you're doing, not because public go against you and you want to come and prove a point. You started releasing people naked picture on social media. So that's how Right after that moment, the police, in fact, the police didn't even go back. They slept at Samuel Jackson's house. So right after that few hours, we started seeing all these pictures circulating on the internet, just to prove a point that Jackson was, he was violence towards his wife. That's all they did it for. And after this whole investigation, now they're saying that he has been elevated from being a person of interest to a suspect, right? So again, they asked them yesterday, the RG, do you have charge to put on this man? They said no. Or about Tuesday, which is a day from now, they're going to come up with a charge based on that investigation they are currently doing. But the interesting part is what I was just talking about. They've gone to that man's house 3 times now to go do forensic assessment. 3 different times. Who knows tomorrow they'll go there again to go do another 2 rounds. So if you can see anything, you can see anything.
But what happened here? I think the police, from looking at it from a distance, the police blunder. You see, the government have the right at 24/7. The police, especially, they get government lawyers that can issue, how they call it, and warrant
So,
to enter somebody premises, right? So
yeah,
if the police had a tip off, according to them, that they been tipped off that something went wrong, called the government lawyer, gave you warrant, quickly go into the place and do your forensic. But the fact is that they missed that day. Anything can happen.
yeah.
So they are going back and forth now. The day itself that they missed, it have caused maybe a problem for them. So let's flow on. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. That very day, in fact, they were calling Samuel Jackson in the early morning hour, uh, the day the wife passed, right? So they were calling him. So and it was on a Friday. The court was open. So while the police couldn't secure a warrant, if this was the plan to go to his house. But again, apparently, according to the spokesperson of the police, he said he spoke with Simon Jackson and he was cooperative that the police should come and search, right? So later on, when it came, and Samuel Jackson already changed his mind. But that is not an excuse. They should have gotten a warrant. You know, that moment you come to the mail and say, we have a warrant for the court, we have to search your house. You not refuse, right? But they didn't do that. And the fact that our day passed, especially like bro, we are beyond technologically to detect some of the things that were clean or maybe fixed in a house. And this is why they are going back and forth to the main house to do forensic assessment. I'm told they should have done the the autopsy today. I don't know if it was successful or maybe tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, whenever it is. But it is a sad situation. And all we can say to the social media and Liberia too, there's a problem of the population presenting themselves to have a knowledge in everything. Okay? You can pass judgment. You can have an opinion in every conversation that spark up. When something come out, you not get more information. All you do, you observe. You sit and observe. People who have expertise in this conversation, you listen to them. But everybody, when something come out in the country, everybody is an expert. Everybody is a lawyer, legal petitioner, healthcare, you know, doctors, and all of the different professions that you want to name. And at the end of the day, we pass on one judgment. Do you know other people already say Samuel Jackson killed a woman, even though they don't have evidence? They say a man killed that woman, man. And
But
this is a man who don't have a record of killing.
you see, the pictures that whoever released the pictures, right?
Yeah,
That from looking at the picture, you render judgment on Samuel Jackson for just looking at the picture. So the
yeah,
thing is, if the police were that professional and they got a tip off,
yeah,
this was the opportunity that the police had, because what happened in a case is only the coroner will determine the cause of death. So the
yeah,
doctors, the nurse will have written a statement that will have passed on to the police, and then the coroner will say, well, based on a force led to the death. The coroner have not decided yet. Now, the police, that was said the police not professional enough in Liberia. They
Mhm.
rush with things and they dramatize things instead of being professional.
Yeah.
In any country where you get whistleblower, they tip you off. The police will come in to pretend that they kind of sympathize with you, and then in the process, they have already getting a court warrant to search your premises, right? In that
Uh,
note, they will take you, they will take the person and say, look, because this happened today, we have warrant to search your place. We'll put you in a hotel for tonight and seal that place. And that place will be you carry all your forensic everything to get some sort of finding. And then you
mhm.
compare the notes from the nurses and the doctors. When the coroner now decide the cause of death, you can put all of those puzzles together and then say, look, we see you a person of interest. So we need you to have an investigation. But you dramatize the whole thing. You put naked
Yeah.
picture on the internet, and then
Yeah.
the public now accuse him of murdering his wife. So
Yeah.
if the situation changed tomorrow, what become of the police? This is where I think the police went wrong in the whole thing. They dramatized the whole thing. And you see, another thing I would say, because in Liberia, we don't have a police that is the on how we say that a police that actually on its own. It's always partisan police. So when
Exactly.
things happen, the police will say, oh, that because of political reason, the police is acting. So we don't have that until we have a proper police that not partisan police, people will take them seriously. So, and
Yeah.
the part is, another part is the way they rush. You remember few months ago on I think 72nd Boulevard, some boss
Mhm.
stole a motorcycle. A group
Yeah.
of people surrounded that they beat that child to death by using phone. They were
Yeah.
not police officers. But
Yeah.
you see this one, how fast they were? So this
Yeah.
is the situation I'm saying. Why are the police doing that? They don't do things with they don't do it professionally. They just dramatize the whole thing. And now everybody's sharing naked pictures. So Samuel Jackson too, he didn't help the situation. He became very erratic in his statement. And all of these things have a have effect. But this guy be he kind of confused the way he talking. People take it very serious that, oh, okay, the way Samuel Jackson talking something out right here. And public have the right to carry this thing, but I think the police blundered. That's my thing here. If the public can, to our
Yeah.
viewers, you help us here. We're trying to understand why the police didn't do their work in a very professional way, but to release naked pictures. I think this is wrong. It's wrong on the woman. It's wrong on her family. It's wrong if she have children. They didn't take that into consideration. Whoever released those photos, I think it's bad. Talk to me, Sidiki.
They actually blown up. That's the truth. And this case, I don't know, and that's why right now they have to hold him for 3 days, 48 hours, you know, up to Tuesday before they can come over charge. And if the police cannot come over charge from now to Tuesday, it's going to be really embarrassing on our part, And now Samuel Jackson will have no option but to sue them for sharing, the kind of bad pictures for his wife. And that was one of his concerns. The day happened, people say, why is Samuel Jackson posting? He said, these guys never had the opportunity to see my wife naked and when she was alive. But now she passed her, they went to naked her and take her photos. And it was wrong. So now they are going back and forth doing forensic assessment and all of that for 3 different times. So who knows? We have tomorrow is holiday. Today's should have been a holiday, but because of Sunday, so it's going to be celebrated tomorrow, Monday. And so tomorrow, if they go back again, they do assessment, they didn't see anything. Obviously, Samuel Jackson will have to be released on Tuesday, and that will be so embarrassing for the police. And the same political wish hunt that we spoke about, it will be the same. you know. So they actually blown up. And the hospital too, there's a problem. I don't know whatever hospital that is. I don't know, it's JFK or Cali Hospital. They should also take some responsibility. You know, maybe they did it out of good faith. Maybe the police went there, convinced them, and because they are authorities, they allowed them to take these photos. But they didn't know the intent of the police that they were going to. And it's even possible. No, you are muted. You are muted.
Yeah, what happened? The police have the right
Yeah.
because they treat the case as homicide, right? So what they will go and do everything for their own investigation. They
Hmm.
have the right to do it. But the fact is that you get that right to do it. You do it professionally. You put it in a file because this is where they build their evidence on the accused. Now, but if by you releasing it to the public, what they done, they're trying to buy public sentiment in this
Yeah.
case. That oh,
Uh,
let's see where the public because the public will sway our decision, and you don't do that. So you can plain blank, you can shoot somebody plain blank and kill them. If you have good lawyer, they can plead a case that you can you can be free. So in
yeah.
this case, if you have something, do it professionally. So to conclude on this, bro, our police, our nurses in the hospital, because this is not the first time. We know several times things people are going to hospital with and pictures came from the hospital. So do they require some sort of training? Should
Yeah.
we
I
look
think
at it that
so.
way? Because they're not. If you sign or to be a police person or to be a nice, they have an ethic that they should live by. If you go beyond that, you should be punished. Where is the ethic in this one? I mean, it's something that is not being displayed. I think it's shameful for us to have this discussion that why they should they release this woman naked body in the public. So do we need professional police or the police need some sort of training because this is not the first time?
Yeah. The police, just as you put it, most of the time, um, the police want to work to certify the president, because most often people say, oh, the police work at the will and the pleasure of the president. So once your critics of the president or the government that is in power, most Liberian police commissioners or police directors, they always want to make sure to certify the ruling party. This current police, they've not only this Samuel Jackson case, they are making a lot of mistake. A lot of mistake. And there's got to be a time where Liberians we have to correct them whenever these things happen, because some of them are listening to the different shows. You can't go take somebody photos because you investigate and put it on Facebook. You can't do that.
Yeah,
If not the police link it, then who did that? If not the hospital, they should be sued for doing that, because that is unprofessional.
yeah.
Especially make a picture of a dead person
And
is wrong.
if it's the police, the RG need to resign because this is what's the ethic in this one? I think
Yeah,
this is wrong. Yeah.
yeah,
Whoever handling the investigation of how those photographs released, that person should be sacked and prosecuted because it's just wrong. If
yeah,
that happened to you, what will you say? Oh, the poor woman, she died. People are grieving. She had family, and then you put in her naked picture. What about children? They didn't consider that. What's the integrity in all of this? So man, it's sad. The police need training. The police need to they need to do something that the public will have trust in them. So they need to double up their work and start doing things that people will not have trust in them. That's how I see it. So we'll take a short break and then we'll move on to the next topic that we need to discuss here. And Sidiki, something is I want to mention this thing before we take this break. Sam Jackson lawyers
mm,
that he selected and something that I'm a bit concerned about. The party chairman of ANC, Chairman Gu, he is one of the lawyers. It's something that we'll look into. How
uh,
because sometimes it's just something just don't add up if people do things. So we'll be looking at that. But we want to take a short break before we move on. For those of you who joining us for the first time, this is the audience with the Lord Choloply will come on every Sunday at 8 o'clock UK Liberian time. So we take a short break. Please share the show.
In a world drowning in noise, where sound bites replace substance, there's a voice cutting through the chaos. Audience with the Lord Choloply conversation, where Liberians and global citizens tackle the questions we're afraid to ask. Every Sunday at 8 p.m. UK and Liberian time, and 9 p.m. Central European time, Audience with Lord Choloply. On the bottom line, Liberia explores the issues that keep you up at night. Democracy's future in the age of misinformation. Economic systems that serve people, not just profits. Technology reshaping our lives. Reconciliation, development, and the crisis of meaning in modern Liberia. No easy answers, no tribalism, just intellectual courage, genuine curiosity, and the willingness to wrestle with complexity together. This is for Liberians who refuse to shrink their thinking, who believe nuance is wisdom, who are ready to remember how to think, not just what to think. Audience with the Lord Choloply Show. Sunday, 8 p.m. Liberian time. Subscribe now. Join the conversation on the bottom line, Liberia, because the questions that matter most are the ones we're brave enough to ask.
Welcome to audience with the Lord Choloply. This is my co-host Siliki Kuma from Rwanda. We're here every Sunday at 8 o'clock Liberian time. Come and join the conversation. Siliki,
I'm here.
on Liberia, the situation in the Middle East is quite interesting now that everywhere prices are going up. Liberia is going to get hit massively. It already started. Talk to me about the gas situation.
So here is the thing, bro, Chulupe. The issue in the Middle East is a very concerned issue, and this is why when that whole stuff started, these same Liberian people again, they went on the internet, they started taking sides without knowing the implication that would come after this, right? Some of them were standing with America, some of them saying they're standing with Iran, and all of that. But you don't know the implications, that when these two countries or these three countries go to war, the economic effect or the negative effect it will have on them personally. They didn't know that. But everybody want to be in the front. Here comes again knowing what to speak on and knowing what not to speak on, right? So it's a global issue, unfortunately, and it's affecting a lot of developing countries, especially in Africa. Even Nigeria, who has the biggest economies in Africa, is affected by this gas crisis. But what our government did, Brother Cholopi, is exactly why we've been opposing, right? This is a global issue. It's not your fault. And remember now, similar thing happened before during the CDC regime. And these same Unity Party people emphasize on that and criticize. We had a COVID and a war between Ukraine and Russia that brought about the same shortage of gas or gasoline for many weeks or months. And these same United Party people use that to make the weird government, the CDC government, unpopular, right? So when this issue started in the Middle East, the LPRC, Cholope, they came up issuing a statement that they are on top of the game, they are working with stakeholders, that Liberian people should not worry, there will be no shortage of gas, and there will be no increment in the price. So you don't have to say that. So if you say that, you try to send a picture that you're on top of the game and everything is well. We have enough, storage of gas. And so don't worry, we're not going to, there's going to be no shortage of gas and there will be no increment. That's the statement the LPRC people issue. 2 days later, embarrassingly, these people issue a statement again, increasing the price of gas, that the stakeholders meeting were not successful, the war in the Middle East. That's the same war you hear about, you saw, and you came and issued a first statement. You see, and you just spoke about Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone gas price is still the same.
Hmm.
It's still the same. There was no increment. So not because Sierra Leone didn't increase their gas price, so we'll say Liberia shouldn't, right? It's a global issue. But why you more kind lie to us and said there'll be no increment in the prices? And now, back of the gas station, people have started, hopefully about Monday, tomorrow, or Tuesday next. End of this week, you will see the real truth for yourself, Brother Cholope.
Hmm.
People are going to the gas station and they're telling us no gas. There are long queue now to every gas station in Liberia. Just today, Mariah posted, Mariah Yakula, Councilor Mariah Yakula. She was looking for the cooking gas to go cook to her house. She had to come today on Facebook to post before she found one. Every gas station she went to, no cooking gas. You know, and this is a sign of gas shortage in the country. So LPRC and the president himself, he admitted to it during the last cabinet meeting that they should have worked hard to keep the gas price at the same. But unfortunately, they could not. So who's supposed to take that responsibility, Mr. President? And when you do these things, they come and say the old man is honest. The old man is honest. This is not about
But CDQ, you
that.
see, something that the religious people believe in, they say, well, last in a tongue, when you say this, it comes to reality, it happens. I say, look, I want to be a rich man, but you don't know how. But one day, because you already asked the universe, which is God, you become rich.
Yeah.
They, excuse me. They came to rescue Liberia. They put it
Yeah.
this. If you
Mhm.
can't rescue, this is the time that you rescue the people. You see,
Exactly.
because you ask for you say you want to rescue, and the time for rescue is here.
Yeah.
So you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let me drink some water here. So other country plan, Sierra Leone plan, they're always reserved.
Yeah.
But if it, and the president said it that we didn't work hard for this, so it caught up with us. So what do we do? Talk to me,
Exactly.
Siddiqui. What do we do?
Well, the people by the way, and these people, Mr. Cholope, is that they brag about being the best at propaganda, and Liberian people should open their eyes, right? Bulk of what people refer to as propaganda are lies. When you say propaganda, 80 to 90% are lies that people put together to convince certain people who are not enlightened. To
Mhm.
convince, that's what you call propaganda. And the only party in Liberia that can brag about being master of that are Unity Party. They say they are the best at propaganda, right? So that means, look, somebody told me many years ago that when somebody look in your face and know within themselves what they're saying to you is a lie, you are speaking to, they insulting your intelligence.
Mhm.
You know, you know what you're saying to me, you're lying, but you look in my face and you say, oh, bro, they lie to me. That is an insult to you. And because somebody insult you, that you should be angry, right? Because somebody come and lie to you and believe that they can get away with it, they can make you believe that lies. That's something that should anger you. You know, so these people they send a picture out that they were on top of the game, they were on top of that game rather, that the gas price wasn't going to go up. Now, we don't even because Liberian people when there's a shortage of gas in Liberia, but people can be willing to buy gas as far as 2,000 Liberian dollar for 1 gallon, but they can't see it. People,
Hmm.
in fact, there came a time people were buying 1 gallon for 5,000 Liberian dollars.
So,
to
but
see it.
yeah, but here the situation. The war not going to stop anytime soon. The way we're seeing things, what happening is it's
Same back.
increasing and getting tense. To a
Yeah,
point so apart from the gasoline, we depend on goods from overseas. I mean, tin and market Q or how they call it, big uh, the oil, alcohol oil, rice, everything. So
yeah,
we're
it
going to
right.
have problem in Liberia, and our people cannot afford. So this situation now is excluding the gas. The people going to they're really going to feel the hardship in the next few days because ships not traveling.
Yeah,
And we depending on the Lebanese and the Indian. If they're not getting it, those ships not getting gasoline to fill their tank to travel, they're not going to move. So
yeah,
how are people going to get food? It's something we got to look at too. People
yeah,
start being hungry in Liberia. So
yeah,
it start with gasoline, then it leads to something else. And we know our average Liberian cannot afford $2 a day. So how this going to play out is something that we all need to look at and start worry about what people that are over there because prices hitting us in the diaspora. Then what do you think about people in Liberia that
yeah.
depend on everybody, the West to bring things, especially the Lebanese or the Indian. You see the Lebanese too, what's happening within their country it's concerning. Hezbollah and the Israelis, they bombing their country back to back. So all of these things is going to play out. I mean, it's a sad situation for our country, but I think the government can rescue. So this is the time that they rescue the nation because it's quite serious. The increase of gasoline price in Liberia, pretty soon food prices will be increased massively that people will not be able to afford to buy what we call chicken soup. That's where we're heading. And we shouldn't take this for a joke. The war is getting serious.
And the importers will take advantage of this, and because of the weakness of the government, they will allow the importers to do what they want to do because the government is weak. So these business people, they look for the kind of time to come in, especially weak administrations.
Yeah.
You know, once they come in, they put a demand out. We can bring gas, but this is what we're gonna do. We'll increase the price, and it might even go above at the government level from the 900, almost 1,000 over 1 gallon because $910, which is $4, I think 50 cent or 59 cent.
Mhm.
That's the increment. So like $910, 910 Liberian dollars now for a 1 gallon of gas. So if this war, just like you are saying, Brother Cholope, if it doesn't end right now, which is not even seems like it's going to end anytime soon, we'll move from gas to maybe rice. And you don't want to afford that two things. That two crises at the same time, rice shortage, gas shortage, people not going to work on time, people working because obviously when you don't have gas, both of the commercial vehicles will be packed.
Yeah.
Even the motorcyclists, and these are people who take people to work, to offices, at business places, and all of that. So if they're not going to work, well, they'll get them better rest high again. So the government, just as you put it, they told us that they were coming to rescue. They projected an 82 years old man that had 50 plus years government experience. This is a time to utilize that experience. You know, everybody that were in the race, they said, only Joseph Barker had the experience to change the living conditions of Liberians. So
Yeah.
now, he been there for 3 years. This old man goes to cabinet meeting every time and complain that they've not been able to create a job. And you still have Liberian people defending that. 3 years. This is a man who worked in government for 40 plus years, and you made him president because of that experience. And which, of course, we told them that look, this experience is not a good experience, a bad experience, because all the time they've been there, there's been no impact on your lives. They
Mhm.
told us, no, no, they meant different. In fact, Ellie was wicked, and one of the lie again they told them, they said when Joseph Baga win, Ellie was going to go to jail, right? So Joseph Baga been president for 3 years now. Where is Ellen? Ellen right there. So lies. And this should anger Liberian people to stand up. That the gay gas issue, it should not be taken lightly because If there's a gas issue in the country, importers or business people who are doing gas business, they will take advantage of it, increase the price. At some point, even the LPRC now that is issuing statement and all of that, they can't even have control again because you get two set of or three set of people who can do gas business. They get the importers, the people who can bring from outside the country,
Hmm.
and you get the people who have the gas stations, and you get the Campbell. The Campbell minimum, they don't even go buy on the gas station and can't sell it on the road, right? So some of these guys want they can buy the gas, especially right now, they will buy the stock it. And as soon as that time come up, they will be selling at a high cost, sometimes 3,000 for 1 gallon, 4,000, 5,000, and you don't want to afford that because if that happens, transportation will increase. That's a driver will not go buy gas for 2,000 or $1,000, and you expect the man to still be charging you $50 from Junction to Wheeler. It will
Yeah.
not happen. You increase the price. So it's something that is very, very serious that all Liberians should take into consideration. And the government, the fact that they told us that they were coming to rescue, this is the time they should intervene. And like that analogies you just put in, that when you say you come to rescue, that they're gonna tell you so to rescue the people.
But I
You-
got something here on what he said about at the cabinet that they were a bit slow. I don't know if this. Let me see if I can play this. Oh, I tried to get it up. It's what he said, what he told the public, what they going
think they
through.
are seeing the opening. But of all the things that we do, job creation, the Liberian
So this, but what he said that they were a bit slow in doing things. So just, but I think they need to buckle up now and catch up with the rest of the world because things not looking good. But before we transition to other things, I think the president need to do more.
yeah,
Liberians will start feeling the economic crunch because usually when the West needs Liberia catch the cold. So this is
yeah,
where we have to share the suffer. Siddiqui,
yeah.
let's close the show with the situation in Lofa County. And before we get to that point, something is quite concerning me. ANC party chairman, Councillor Gould, with all of this public sentiment against Sam Johnson, he's the lawyer. He's one of the lawyers. So is he doing a party any good? Because sometimes public sentiment it can sway other people when they see your party to be ugly. I'm getting the feeling now like Chairman Gu represent, although that his profession to represent whosoever, but some jobs you don't really go for it. I mean, what say you? This is quite concerning. When I saw Chairman Gu name on the list as the one of the lawyer for, I mean, Sam Jackson, the public at the moment is the public against Sam Jackson, but it's a Chemegu can become lawyer. I don't know. How would this would they would no, I mean I'm just thinking will it help ANC come 2029? I don't know.
Yeah, I understand your concern, Brother Cholope, especially in a country like Liberia where people don't even care to know what are the main profession. All they know that made him an ANC chairman. And that's how people see him, right? So, and Samuel Jackson case is not the only case. It's not the only bad case Chairman Koo is serving as well. So lead counsel as a lawyer on. Even the guy who was accused of rape at the
Mhm.
youth ministry, I don't know, Bill McGill, he
Yeah.
was also defending that guy, right, as the lawyer. And unfortunately, what I can say, I'm not sure politically is helping the party. That's the truth. Because of the kind of country we find ourselves in. But if it is a normal country where people don't really care about these things. I'm not sure he's doing a bad thing because that's his profession, right? But in a country like Liberia, you can't be doing that, especially when you have bulk of the population going against a specific issues, and you as a chairman of one of the leading opposition political party, and you are there defending the accused, whom bulk of the population believe is already guilty of whatsoever crime that that person is involved with. So you can't be doing that. And at the end of the day, you come up and say, "Oh, the population should vote for a candidate that you're going to fight corruption, you're going to fight rape." There will be a complete disconnect in what you're saying. They might say you are not the right messenger because remember now, like when Poko tell people that the only thing he's saying a good to you, but you're not the right messenger, right? But Chamegu, again, uh, I think it's good that we talk about it, but uh, today too, because the first day, which was yesterday, I didn't see him there. I saw that young guy with one other Reverend, but today only out there I saw Chairman Gu, and even the other guy they hired yesterday, he said he was going somewhere, but he leaving his colleagues with their client because there are many on the case. And Chairman Gu was the person, right? So it's quite unfortunate, but you and I will only speak about it because we believe it is not good. But it's up to him to listen. It's up to people in the party to reach out to him to talk to him because politically is not good. To be frank, it's not good that you are chairman. If that's the case, if you want to fully focus
Then
on
leave the chairmanship. That's the thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
you leave chairmanship with somebody who can dedicate a time and sell the party in a positive way. But you can't be a lawyer and defending. You can't even be a lawyer. It's not a bad thing because at the end of the day, you have to sustain your family, right? But you can't be defending bad people. And on the other hand, politically now you can and say we'll do this, we'll change. But you are the same people, same men who are defending other people. Who are accused of rape, and you go and defend them, right? There are people who are accused of murder, and you go and defend these people, especially in a country like Liberia. Because if I advance country but Choloply, you will say, oh, but a possible somebody can accuse Sidiki of rape, but Sidiki didn't rape. So I deserve a lawyer. Right? If I is on our country now, I deserve a lawyer to defend me to prove my innocence in court. But like bro, man, don't think that some of them they pass judgment. Even if the court clear you or they don't care, they still believe what they believe in. That's the country we have.
Yeah, yeah. And this is what. So if you become a party chairman and you know the society which you come from, and it's not a West that you can be party chairman. You also have your professionalism with you that you are a lawyer. You can defend anyone. But in Liberia, as a party chairman, I think it's awkward for the party. He's doing his job, which is right, but it's awkward for the party because what comes out at the end of the day, who the party chairman coming pre-gospel to? They may work and defend bad people. The update is not looking good. So I don't know who advising. If you want to do that, then leave the chairmanship with somebody else that will not be pleading for who's. I mean, it's just heartbreaking, man, to see the wrong analysis. Who's the let's see, Riverside Pro. What are you saying here?
Rosa is saying that that's his profession, and which all of us are saying here too.
Yes, we're seeing the Riverside. You're dealing with like Liberia. People look at it awkwardly in Liberia. They don't look at it the way me and you see it. That's his profession. So the Bill McGay case, he was the lawyer. People say, they make a defend people who can rape. That alone, then you during campaign, you the same person going to talk to about how you govern, how you do this. It does not fit in well in a Liberian context, my brother. So I just thought I saw it today. I said no. Some jobs you just don't go for it. That's all. And the kind of big profile case that is happening with Sam Jackson, I will withdraw myself from it as a lawyer, especially your party chairman for a big political party. That's what I would do. But I don't know. He need his money. But I think The other one, a former mob, Sidiki, to be honest.
Yeah,
The
I
other
agree.
Chairman Gu, a former mob.
And I would thank God Riverside Pro, we respect your comment, but here is the thing I want to remind Riverside Pro about. During the WIA administration, there was some allegation about 16 billion loss, right? So bulk of the population believe that information, that 16 billion, you know, actually got missing. So the government back then they brought international investigators to investigate the matter to establish whether that kind of money was stolen or was missing, right? So these people who came to do the investigation, they did that job, published a report that there was no money of source, that was stolen or missing, whatever it is. But people don't care. If you ask somebody today, say, what are some of the things Jovia did? They say, they stole our container of money. That's the first thing they will tell you.
Yeah.
Right? So they don't care about that investigators or international people that came to conduct whatsoever the report. In fact, people don't read. That's the worst you will ever do in Liberia. To say you putting something on paper to publish it that people will read. Liberians read, but the minority. Majority of the people don't read. They listen to these different online shows, the radio stations, and they hear anybody saying anything they carry. And when they carry you, ask them how you gotta know. They say, "Oh, I hear John Brown talking it here." So you hear John Brown talking it doesn't mean it's true. They don't even, and that's the challenge we have. That's the challenge we have as a country, and that's why we need a good leader to change that. It all boils down to education, the kind of education that is being taught in a different school, from primary level to university level, even to the TVs, to TVS, or how you call it, the TVS level, where you teach the vocational skills and the other stuff. You see, but to be honest with you, that's a good job, like a profession. We agree with you. But in a country like Liberia, where people can already run on judgment before even any investigators or any could come out with a ruling, and they don't care. Bill Mangill, that guy from the Youth and Sport Ministry, the police came up to clear his name. They said he was not guilty of the allegations. Some Liberians say the man is a rapist, and they don't care. They don't care about how the police clear him, how was the investigation, even the Samuel Jackson case. If the police come up and say Samuel Jackson is innocent, Labrion will say Samuel Jackson killed a wife. That's the country we have, and you have to deal with that. That's the point we're making here. Chemegu is a lawyer, that's his profession, and so he should be allowed to do his job. Fair enough, but you can't be a party chairman.
Sidiki, we have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Pro, man, or Andy. How you guys doing?
Oh, doing good. Sidiki, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, loud and clear, yes.
What say you?
Yeah, thank you for the shoot, man. I started seeing you for a while. I don't know the schedule or why. I used to be, maybe because I used to be staying home. I was out of work. I was on vacation. I used to be on the show, but all of a sudden I stopped getting notification. I don't know when you guys be coming on and all those things. So,
Yeah, so let me get correct you quickly. We come on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. So just keep that in your diary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What say you?
So, you guys made, as far as he being a party chairman, I think us with him. He said he should withdraw high profile case. That's why I want to disagree.
Okay.
Lawyer and attorney, you always want to meet the high profile cases. That's why this guy in this country called Benjamin McCrew, that black guy that handled Trayvon Martin case, sorry to throw that, Trayvon Martin and all those big black people that got killed. What's the other guy? The one that was on his neck. What's his name?
Flo.
All those people, he handled their cases. And today, he came up from a rough home. He is professional, but he handled those big cases, and today he's a prominent lawyer. So you can say, oh, you should withdraw for, for these cases because it's of such magnitude. And number two, this whole Liberian mentality thing what Sidiki talking about, and you guys talking about, we should desist from this thing. Let's do things. Hello?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, let's do things based on international standard and conventional standard. The Sidiki brother, Sidiki over there, no, Sidiki is my late brother. He over there know what happened to commies. What these people did to commies. You know, just because these people are in majority, he said, oh, because majority against it. The majority of the people wanted to lock commies out. They said commies mess up with the document, which was a lie. But so should we cave into the majority because the majority said Sam is wrong? So no, you don't live in the society. That's not conventional wisdom. That's not international standard. That's why comics every time I listen to that man interview, it makes a lot of sense. So much. He's the only person I can end his interview. It's all these things that are going on. He said he never quit in his life. He meet challenges. For his time at Coca-Cola, comics who are giving up.
See,
for him to have excel to that position, he went through challenges. So in life, you can't say, because the Liberian people are always wrong. They say people say, you kill my man, you kill my power, will vote for you. So just because they are in majority, doesn't mean they are right. So you cannot, you cannot say, oh, I will withdraw from a case. I understand the magnitude of the case. It has to, it's for, death. And even myself, I'm kind of, feel bad about it. But that's not a reason to say, oh, majority of the people, they're against it. So you shouldn't.
No. Riverside Pro. It will
put him at risk. Yes.
Riverside Pro, it's not that they will be, it's the update. See, the other people you talk about, they are not political leaders. In this case, Chairman who is a political leader for institution, and you dealing with people that me and you may reason will see the logic in it. But the guy who in Wallace sitting on the street may not see that logic and say, oh, they men are party chairman. So the other person, the lawyer you talk about, they're doing their job, which is fine. It's just the update in Liberia. That's what we're saying. It's his professional. Yeah, it's a professional, but that role he played as a party chairman. A party chairman is the leader of a huge political party. So
that's true.
Those sort of roles, if you want to play that legal thing that you represent, even drugs cartel, then you withdraw as a party chairman. This is what we're seeing. It's not a bad thing because that's his profession.
Sorry about that, sorry, but even, you're right. If I was a party chairman, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have taken off, to represent in such case, So I totally understand.
Yeah.
So, the way Liberian people see things is different from the way we in the Western world we see. I understand, but I just don't want us to kind of cave into these people all the time that, oh yeah, the Liberian people, how many wrong decisions these people have not made in our country. You gave them guys like coming. They turn around and say the men are gay. They turn around and the men, we talk about it. So I just don't trust their decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thing. But I understand where you're coming from. If I was a party chairman, I wouldn't have taken on that job. I would either resign from my partisanship and then take on the job.
And that's such a problem making. Yeah. Thank you, Riverside Pro. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be following the show.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sidiki?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wrap up. You heard your brother.
Yeah. But I'm glad that he was able to understand. We're not saying, Chairman Wu can do his job as a professional lawyer or Anthony because of, he's affiliated with a party, but we are looking at his position. In fact, on the party side, he has a bigger position more than a political leader. Right? On the party side, generally the political leader is the one who can run a ticket. But the chairman is bigger than the political leader.
Do you know the spoon network people that were at the police station today? Oh, the ANC party chairman is the lawyer. They kept repeating, emphasizing on the ANC party chairman. that
Of
make
course,
it no awkward. That's what I'm saying. The
of
fact
course,
that he
of course,
accepted that people will label the ANC as bad because he's a chairman. I don't
of
know
course.
what he gonna get the money. That's fine. But certain cases, for Christ's sake, if he want to do that, then he should resign from the ANC and carry on his legal work because he can't be representing people that the whole everybody seeing naked picture of this woman she was beating here and there. The whole country is feeling accusing Sam Jackson as a murderer here. Then you a party chairman to represent Sam Jackson. I think it's a bad option for the ANC. I mean, it's a wrong decision in my mind from Chairman Good to accept it. That's how I see it. But it is what it is, man. That's Liberia. He have to earn his bread and butter. So that's how I see. I think it's wrong. It's not good for ANC. I'll be honest here. If there was
No,
some
that's, yeah,
secretary or late treasurer as a lawyer representing, that's fine. But the truth is, he's a party chairman. And
no,
Full Network kept on the ANC party chairman representing the ANC. Why you can say chairman good, but they keep emphasizing on the ANC to make it go awkward more. And
yeah.
this is the point.
The journalists in Liberia, what did I do? Choloply, both of them, they get sad, but they pretend to be independent people.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, yeah. But I think the show was great. You
Yeah,
know, good call from like Riverside Pro, and thanks for following too.
yeah,
Yeah, but the issue about the Guinea and Liberia border
yeah.
dispute, I think I sort of fly up. I've shared with you. So the president, along with several other country president, I think there are about three, they are going to meet with Dumuya on Monday. Um, Maybe that will be Tuesday night because tomorrow is holiday in Liberia. So, but I hear that they are going to travel to Conakry to meet with the Guinean president to have a conversation surrounding because remember too, Guinea is also having an issue with Sierra Leone. So we have four leaders as the president of ECOWAS, um, Alassane, no, not the president, but the president of Cote d'Ivoire, Alassane
Mhm.
Ouattara. I think
They call it Mana River Union.
the Mana River Union, yeah, which comprises of Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire, yeah.
Yeah. So the fourth president will be meeting in Conakry on the 16th of March. So I don't know the 16th will be tomorrow or Tuesday.
Tomorrow the 16th.
Okay, tomorrow. So
Yeah,
they'll be meeting on the 16th, which is tomorrow in Conakry, to have a conversation to solve this issue. And I hope this meeting will be fruitful, so that because these countries, they are our neighbor, we've been living together for a very long time. So, and we are all developing countries. I think the only country that are doing so well among these three countries is Cote d'Ivoire. But Liberia is struggling, Sierra Leone is struggling, and likewise as Guinea.
yeah,
So we can all focus on how we can improve the lives of our citizenry, and just forget about some dispute which is not going to give any Guineans or Liberians, Sierra Leone any job or solve our economy. But as I learned, the land dispute that the Guinean soldier came to in Liberia, I'm not sure that land has any mineral that you will say mineral being the fighting for, but again, they are going to meet tomorrow to resolve that issue. And I hope it is resolved completely.
yeah. Thank you for sharing the information. And it was good that we share on this platform. So for our audience, this is the audience with the Lord Children every Sunday at 8 o'clock UK time, 8 o'clock Liberian time, and 9 o'clock Central European time. My co-host is Sidiki Kuma, who is based in Rwanda. He's about 2 hours ahead of us. So we want to say tonight, it was a good show. For those of you who joining us for the first time, follow us every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday on the Borderline Liberia Discussion Live. And every Sunday is me, the Lord Cholope, with Sidiki Kloma on this platform. So on that note, I want to say it was a pleasant good. You want to say good night to your to your audience before we leave, Siddiqui?
Yeah, thanks to everybody, all the followers, the listening audience who've been sharing me live, making comments. But River Pro, thank you for your call, your comments. Sally appreciate it. And thanks to all the other people who've been commenting, giving us a positive feedback. And until then, see you next Sunday. I'm always here every Sunday with Brother Cholope to do this conversation on the Lord Cholope, to be able to speak about issues that are, confronting Liberians, and give our input, listen to you two to call, to share yours. We can disagree, and at the end of the day, we can agree for the sake of Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddiqui. And for our audience, I want to say thank you for following us today. We're back here on Tuesday. That will be the bottom line discussion with the full house. We hope to see you all on Tuesday and Friday. By God's waiting, we're back here on Sunday. So on that note, I want to say good night and have a pleasant, good evening. And we want to end to say happy Mother's Day to the people, the women of the United Kingdom and the entire world. So we'll say, shout out. See you all next Sunday.
In a world drowning in noise, where sound bites replace substance, there's a voice cutting through the chaos. Audience with the Lord Choloply conversation, where Liberians and global citizens tackle the questions we're afraid to ask. Every Sunday at 8 p.m. UK and Liberian time, and 9 p.m. Central European time, audience with Lord Choloply. On the bottom line, Liberia explores the issues that keep you up at night. Democracy's future in the age of misinformation. Economic systems that serve people, not just profits. Technology reshaping our lives. Reconciliation, development, and the crisis of meaning in modern Liberia. No easy answers, no tribalism, just intellectual courage, genuine curiosity, and the willingness to wrestle with complexity together. This is for Liberians who refuse to shrink their thinking, who believe nuance is wisdom, who are ready to remember how to think, not just what to think. Audience with the Lord Choloply Show.